Hello. Yes, yes. Good morning, everybody. बाद में बेटा. Am I audible?
Yes, doctor, you are audible.
Doctor, hello. डॉक्टर साहब आवाज आ रही है मेरी? Am I audible?
Yes, sir. Yes.
Okay. मेरी इसमें आवाज आ रही है. मेरे इसमें आवाज नहीं आ रही है. तो अपना ऑन कर लीजिए. Good morning, everybody. First of all, I would like to welcome all of you in this knowledgeable guest lecture. Today, it's a matter of great pleasure that Dr. Suresh Kumar is here with us to deliver a lecture on artificial intelligence in the present era. Sir, we welcome you in this webinar. Dr. Suresh Kumar, currently working as a professor in CSC department at Manav Rachna International Institute of Research and Studies, Faridabad. He is working more than 20 years of experience. He is a life member of Indian Society of Technical Education and Computer Society of India. He is also a member of IEEE and IAC SIT Singapore. He is working in the area of artificial intelligence, machine learning, ad hoc network, information retrieval, big data analytics, and databases. He has published more than 70 research papers in international journals and conferences, including IEEE, ACM, Springer, etc. 9 research scholars have completed their PhD under his guidance. He is supervising 3 research scholars, and he is actively involved in research activities and is on reviewing panel of many journals and conferences. We are most fortunate today to be able to hear Professor Suresh Kumar speak to us on artificial intelligence in the present era. Sir, I would like to request, please address our students. Professor Suresh Kumar, please.
Thank you, Dr. Sachin, for your nice introduction. So, let me share my screen. So I hope my screen is visible. So I deliberately chosen this topic to discuss with the young minds artificial intelligence, because nowadays everyone is talking about that AI will be the future. And when we talk about artificial intelligence or the intelligence, one thing which comes in our mind is we are talking about human brain, because whenever we are talking about intelligence, it directly relates to human brain. Now, today we are talking about artificial intelligence, that is...
Excuse me, sir.
Yes.
Sir, voice is not clear.
Okay. Yes, अब बताएं डॉक्टर साहब, now voice is
हाँ जी, अब आ रही है सर
जी
जी।
So today we shall be discussing about development in the area of artificial intelligence, that is artificial brain, how machines can behave like human beings. So first of all, I would like to advise all the students to differentiate between the human brain and artificial brain. What can be the differences between human brain and artificial brain? And you can do at your own places, think about what are the various differences when we talk about human brain, that is the brain which is natural in all the human beings, God gifted, and the brain which we artificially develop in machines. Now, first and foremost, the definition of artificial intelligence. There is some disturbance at the back end. Can you please mute? Yeah, now it's better. So some of the students may be listening to the term artificial intelligence first time formally, and the formal definition of artificial intelligence also they must be looking into first time. So when we talk about artificial intelligence, this term composed of two words. One is artificial and other one is intelligence. So when we talk about artificial intelligence, the two terms, artificial, it means human made, man made, and intelligence means the thinking power, how you can interpret the things. Therefore, the AI means man made thinking power, how machines are created which can think like human beings, and of course those machines are created by us only.
Hello.
Doctor, there is some disturbance at some node. So can you please ask all the audience to keep themselves mute? So when we talk about artificial intelligence, it is the branch of computer science by which we can create intelligent machines. So here we are talking about creating intelligent machines which can behave like human, which can think like human, and which can take decisions just like we as a human being are doing.
Excuse me, sir. सर
Yes.
प्लीज लाउडली बोलिए सर, आवाज बहुत लाइट आ रही है सर।
Now it's better. Doctor?
हाँ जी सर।
Okay. So,
सर थोड़ा लाउडली और अगर हो सकता हो तो प्लीज।
so let us move further. When we talk about artificial intelligence, it is the usage of computer to model intelligent behavior with minimal human intervention. It means we are creating machines which can mimic human behavior with minimum human intervention. And machines and computers are capable of solving and learning just like we as a human being learn and solve problems in our daily life. So students, for a while, this natural language processing may appear as a jargon for all of you, but you can ignore this term. डॉक्टर साहब कुछ इको है पीछे. हेलो. Yeah, now it's better. Hello. Hello, Dr. Sachin, is it audible now? Hello, am I audible?
नहीं कर पा रहे, 100 पार्टिसिपेंट हो गए.
Hello.
रखिए क्या?
डॉक्टर साहब मेरी वॉइस आ रही है? हेलो. सचिन जी. Can anyone respond whether I am audible or not? है वैसे. Yeah. So, is it okay now? Hello? Anyone please respond?
एक्सक्यूज मी सर.
हाँ जी डॉक्टर साहब.
सर अभी भी वॉइस नहीं आ रही है आपकी.
मैं अपने इधर दूसरी मशीन से लॉगिन करता हूँ, देन आई विल चेक एट माय ओन एंड. बट अच्छा, आपके सभी बच्चे ऑनलाइन हैं या उधर फिजिकली बैठे हुए हैं?
नहीं सर, ऑनलाइन है.
ऑनलाइन है. क्योंकि सेम सेटअप से आई हैव बीन टेकिंग लेक्चर्स. हेलो सर, मेरे एंड से तो सेटअप बिल्कुल ठीक है. हेलो. हेलो.
हेलो
डॉक्टर साहब, आवाज आ रही है?
सर, आवाज नहीं आ रही.
मैं ऐसा करता हूँ, मैं एक बार
बहुत
रीस्टार्ट,
लाइट.
मैं लीव करता हूँ, रीस्टार्ट करता हूँ.
जी, आप एक बार सिस्टम का वॉल्यूम वगैरह भी चेक कर लीजिए.
हाँ, मैं लेट मी स्टॉप शेयरिंग. वॉल्यूम तो मेरे इधर से कोई इशू नहीं है. वॉल्यूम एंड एवरीथिंग इज ओके.
इनका वीडियो ऑफ कर सकते हैं हम? कर दो. 2 मिनट सीधे ना उनका वीडियो.
हेलो, डॉक्टर साहब आवाज आ रही है? हेलो, am I audible now? हेलो,
अभी भी बोलो।
हेलो,
हेलो
हाँ जी
हेलो हेलो।
डॉक्टर साहब, आपकी आवाज तो आ रही है मेरे पास।
सर अभी भी आपकी आवाज बहुत लाइट आ रही है।
मैं तो जस्ट अभी थोड़ी देर पहले ही क्लास भी लेके आया हूँ इसी सेटअप के साथ में।
जो ग्रुप बना रखे हैं फर्स्ट ईयर के नीचे की फ्लोर पे ये टाइम टेबल।
अच्छा
ग्रुप में डलवा दो सर और टीचरों को साइन करवा दो। ठीक है भाई, कल से इम्प्लीमेंट कर रहे हैं।
ठीक है। हेलो
हेलो,
हेलो। सर आपको को होस्ट बना दिया है।
जी माय वॉइस इज,
हेलो
एम आई ऑडिबल नाउ?
सर आवाज तो अभी भी ऐसी आ रही है आपकी। सर ऑडिबल तो है बट वेरी लिटिल बिट।
ओके, मैं आई एम ट्राइंग टू ज्वाइन फ्रॉम सेकेंड मशीन। लेट मी सी वहाँ से क्या पॉसिबिलिटी है। हेलो
हेलो
सर, हुआ कुछ चेंज?
सर नहीं, वॉल्यूम तो उतना ही है। अच्छा मेरी वॉइस तो क्लियर है।
हाँ, आपकी वॉइस तो बिल्कुल क्लियर है।
हाँ सर लेकिन आपका बहुत वॉल्यूम काफी लाइट है।
ऐसा नॉर्मली होता तो नहीं है, बट
करिए सर, कंटिन्यू करिए, कोई बात नहीं, आप जितना भी मैक्सिमम आप थोड़ा लाउडली बोल के और इसको कंटिन्यू करिए।
नहीं, वो तो फिर एक्चुअली ये रहेगा ना कि फिर वो अच्छा नहीं लगेगा। यदि वॉइस क्लियर ना हो तो वो फिर ऐसा लगेगा कि सामने ना एंगेज, फिर प्रॉपर्ली एंगेज नहीं हो पाते फिर।
मैंने किया तो कंटिन्यू।
सो ऐसा करते हैं फिर, ठीक है डॉक्टर साहब, इसी सेटअप के साथ में स्टार्ट करते हैं।
हेलो।
हाँ जी सर,
जी सर, बताइए।
इसी सेटअप के साथ में स्टार्ट करते हैं फिर।
हाँ जी, बिल्कुल बिल्कुल सर, कंटिन्यू करिए।
ठीक है। So I hope my screen is visible, and maybe there is some problem with voice, but let us manage with this much volume only. So as I was discussing, this topic was deliberately chosen for today's talk because everyone nowadays is talking about artificial intelligence, and people are saying that AI will be the future. Yes, being a computer professional, we also agree to it. In technology, future will be somewhere around artificial intelligence, and it will definitely change the way industry is working. So moving towards the definition of artificial intelligence, of course, it is making machines which can think and act like human beings. And it is artificial, it means we are creating machines intelligent enough artificially so that they can mimic human behavior. So here we are talking about, yes, it is the branch of computer science, but on latest slides, we will see it is not only computer science, but it is amalgamation of multiple sciences together, multiple theories together. So when we talk about artificial intelligence, our goal is to model computer or the machines which can mimic, which can deliver intelligent behavior without human intervention. They can solve problems, they can think, they can learn just like human beings. And nowadays, natural language processing and machine learning, these are the two terms which are frequently used in AI domain. Moving further, why there is a need to make intelligent machines? Because machine can retain information for longer period of time. Our human brain has a tendency to lose information, tendency of we tend to forget information, but machine can retain information for longer period of time. machines are smarter over a period of time, and they are not susceptible to sleep, fatigue, distraction, information overload, and short-term memory loss, as it is in the case of human beings. So to deal with all these type of challenges, there is a requirement for creating machines which can artificially be made intelligent. So when we talk about artificial intelligence in machines, we normally say, yes, machine is intelligent because it learns like human beings with the passage of time, with experience. Machine can reason just like human beings. Machine can argue and solve problems the way human beings normally solve problems in our day-to-day life. Moving further, why there is a requirement for artificial intelligence? So the requirement for artificial intelligence is to create softwares or the devices which can solve real world problems very easily and accuracy. Accuracy is a major challenge, and the critical issues such as hospital, marketing, traffic, and many more examples where we can see applications of artificial intelligence. So we will be discussing about some of these applications on the subsequent slides. The other applications of artificial intelligence are creating the personal virtual assistants such as Cortana, Google, and Siri. Further, the most important application which scientists are looking for as far as AI is concerned is development of robots which can work in the environment where survival of human beings can be at risk. So you can think about those situations where survival of human beings is at great risk, and if robots can be replaced, if robots can replace human beings in those critical situations, critical environments, that can be a great invention for the human beings without losing precious human life. When we talk about artificial intelligence, and then we have to understand what do we mean by intelligence here and how a machine can mimic human behavior. So a test was done by Professor Alan Turing in 1950, and the test is famous with the name Turing test. In this test, it was decided that if a human being can human being and a computer both can mimic the same behavior, and the person sitting in the another room cannot distinguish whether the command comes from the computer or from the human being, then we can say the computer is, or the machine is reflecting the intelligent behavior. And based on this test, lot of applications are being designed, and nowadays in most of the websites people are talking in real time with the machines, and those machines are mimicking behavior of human beings. We as a normal human being cannot distinguish whether the person to whom we are talking is a machine or a bot or a human being. So the chatbots is an example which reflect the intelligence on the part of human being. So moving further, when we talk about artificial intelligence, lot of data need to be processed by the machine, and that data when processed need to be converted into information, and then that information need to be organized in a proper way so that the information can be used to solve problems that we call as wisdom, so that the knowledge which is acquired can be applied at right time to solve a problem leading to intelligence. Similarly, the same information is depicted in different way, from raw data to wisdom, basic understanding to the novelty. As we were discussing about, artificial intelligence is the domain of computer science, but artificial intelligence is an amalgamation of different sciences and different fields. So different areas which also contribute to the development of artificial intelligence are philosophy, mathematics, probability and statistics, economics, neuroscience, psychology, computers, control theory, and linguistics. So, artificial intelligence is not only the science of computers, it is a science and engineering of various different fields, including mathematics and other scientific areas. Now, there is a question: can we build a computer that can really behave like human brain, that is as complex as human brain? So the question is yes. Nowadays, we have supercomputers that can that are as complex as human brain, that processes complex information much faster than the human brain. So when we talk about human brain, there are 10 raised to power 12 neurons in a normal human body, normal human brain. And these neurons are connected with roughly 10 raised to power 14 synapses, the connections between those neurons in the human brain. And the response time of human brain is roughly in milliseconds. So a human brain normally reacts in 1 of 1000 times, 1 by 1000 times of a second, that is millisecond. But when we talk about the computers, yes, we have developed supercomputers which are having more than hundreds of central processing units, more than hundreds CPUs, more than 10 raised to the power 12 bits of RAM, and their cycle time is in nanoseconds. Nanoseconds. You can think it is much faster than the reaction time of human brain. So you will be surprised that in top 500 supercomputers all over the world, Indian supercomputers also have their place. So if you look for the list of top 500 supercomputers all over the world, then Indian supercomputers also you will find in that list. So it means yes, India is also working in this technology domain and have developed very fast computers. Now, what are the intelligent systems which we perceive in our daily life? We can have many examples in our environment, maybe the post office, the banks, the customer services, the web, digital cameras, and the computer games. These are some of the application areas which we normally find intelligent systems in our everyday life. What are the activities relevant or which shows artificial intelligence in day-to-day activities? So social media, we all are using social media, and on social media it reflects lot of intelligence. Digital assistants, as we were talking about Siri, Cortina, and Google Assistant, they mimic human behavior and they are working on behalf of humans as like our assistants. Self-driving and parking vehicles. This is a new area which is gaining lots of boom in Western world, and maybe in the coming future we will also see self-driving vehicles in India very soon. Email communications, yes, every day the email, be it Google or Yahoo, they are reflecting intelligent behavior in a day-to-day activities, which we shall be discussing: web searching, stores and services, and offline experiences. Now, what is the impact of AI on society? So AI can dramatically improve efficiencies of our workplaces, and it can augment the work which human beings are doing. It is helping human beings to solve problems with less human efforts. How AI is impacting the future? Yes, AI can solve array of environmental problems such as climate change, natural calamities prediction, And AI can take many jobs where survival of human beings may not be feasible. So it is the future as we were already talking about. This is an example of Uber's first self-driving car. You can see at the top we have LiDAR beams, that is light detection and ranging. Then we have camera, the antennas, and this is the reality now. And we are looking for this reality in India in near future. So all the students are advised to look for how it is possible to create a self-driving car where computer science is involved in it. How we can create such cars which can drive without human intervention. What is the complexity involved in designing such type of vehicles? So being a student of computer science, all of you should look into where and how much computer science is involved in designing of these type of vehicles. Moving further, this is an example where a robot is taking care for a patient. This is the reality now. It is not the future, but it is the reality. Robots are working in hospitals, in places of nurses, and they are taking care of human beings. We have seen few robots in last 1 year working in the hospitals in India also during the COVID pandemic. So this is now a reality. Now again the question is how much and where computer science is involved, because this system, the machine, looks like the physical structure. And when we talk about computers, normally we talk about the softwares, the algorithms. So how and where computer science is involved, how we can contribute in design of these type of machines. So for a computer scientist, for a computer student, we all should look into, we should put a thought where to implement computer science in such type of machines. It's a class where robot is acting like a teacher, replaced the teacher itself. Now coming to how AI has improved the email communications. So we have been using this example in our day-to-day routine. Smart replies in Gmail. So whenever we receive a mail, Gmail automatically suggests auto replies. So this is nothing but it is the intelligence which is embedded into the Gmail so that it automatically suggesting a tentative reply to a particular mail. Now again, as a computer science student, you should think about how intelligence is involved
Excuse me,
here.
sir.
जी डॉक्टर साहब,
Sir, slides please move करिए. Slides on
sorry.
current first slide is only reflecting.
No, but I have shared and all the slides are moving.
No, sir. Only one slide is reflecting here, and we can see only the current slide.
Okay, I think someone has stopped.
Sir, we are unable to move. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay.
Now it's working, sir.
So earlier it was.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
These were moving, or we were still.
Yes, sir. Okay, sir. Fine. Continue.
Okay. So smart replies. So again, as a student of computer science, we should think how to integrate, how this intelligence is integrated into Gmail. What are those algorithms? What are those programs? How they are designed, and how it is showing us auto replies that we are calling as smart reply. Similarly, email filtering. We have been looking into our email system. Our emails are normally divided into different groups: primary, social, promotions, forums, and spam. So how your Gmail or other email softwares are able to classify emails in different categories? Which computer science is involved there, and how that intelligence is integrated into the mailing softwares? So these small activities can give you a thought, give you a direction. Yes, it is mimicking human behavior, because in early days we have to manually categorize the emails, but nowadays everything is being done automatically by the software itself. Similarly, moving further, Google's predictive searches. So when we search on Google, Google make recommendations for us. So how it is working? So how Google has implemented these type of suggestions in the Google search box? How Google came to know that this is what I am going to search next? So how they are able to get that word? How they are able to suggest me the things or the words which I am next going to type in the search box? This is required at on the part of the computer science students, how this type of intelligence is integrated. Again, at the online stores, we are getting product recommendations. How those product recommendations we are getting? What artificial intelligence is working behind it? How the online stores are able to suggest the products for us, how they are doing? So again, this is an area where lot of research is going on. But as a computer science student, we must understand how it is happening, who is doing that, how they get to know what I would like to purchase in my future. So, how they are estimating, how they are predicting the future. Then, how they personalize your shopping, how they are suggesting you new products. Even whenever we are surfing internet, then automatically the ads which are which we are looking for, they automatically start coming in our mobile or on our desktop. So this is all what the intelligent machines are working behind it, intelligent softwares. This is again an example. We all have been witnessing these type of suggestions, recommendations from online platforms. Now again, at times questions should come into your mind because you are not only the users of these platforms, but being from computer science, being a computer science professionals, we must understand, we must know which algorithms, which technology is working behind those recommendations. How Amazon has integrated those algorithms, those techniques in their online platforms. Google Maps and directions we all are using. Whenever we happens to be at an unknown place, we always take Google Maps help. So how it is predicting, how it is giving you the best route, how it is giving you the time, tentative time of your journey. What is the logic behind it? How it is able to calculate? What algorithms are working behind it? Have you ever thought of? Yes, we all have been using it. Using as like others, the people which are not student of computer science domain, they are also using. But from computer science and computer science domain point of view, we must put some thought how it is able to find out the route, the timings, the roads, even the congestion, even the congestion. What technology is working behind it? And how it is mimicking the human behavior. It is mimicking because if we are at unknown place, then earlier we used to ask the road or the directions from people, from the local people on the roads or maybe the shopkeepers, and then we used to go in that direction. But this Google Maps is mimicking the human behavior. It is an example of again an intelligence, human intelligence, much more than that. You can see the robots, humanoids, looks like humans, and you can see the humanoid robot by Honda, the walking, turning, and even it can use the stairs. The similar examples are the domestic robots, which are now very common. Maybe not very common in Indian homes, Indian houses, but nowadays they are very common in Western and European houses. Military robots, yes, military robots, they are now being designed, and the defense is testing them in the terrains where it is not feasible for the human soldiers to survive. Similarly, you must have seen different competitions of robots that we call as RoboCup. So what these robots are? They are mimicking the human behavior. Now again the question comes, how they are mimicking the human behavior? Which algorithms are embedded into them? This you all may be knowing, or this is the first time the computer defeated Garry Kasparov, or the Garry Kasparov defeated the computer. Both are there in in 1990s, somewhere around 95, 96. Deep Blue was the computer and Garry Kasparov was the chess champion, human. They both were playing chess, and Garry Kasparov was initially not able to defeat Deep Blue. This was a news you can search here, 1996, 1997. This is again an innovation by IBM. IBM's Watson. This is an artificial intelligent computer system developed by IBM, and its name is Watson. Now you can think what it is not doing. So you can search the capabilities of Watson and think of how IBM is able to design such a machine which is not expert in one of the domain, but it is expert at various domains. So how IBM has described AI with respect to Watson, it is using natural language processing, it is using information retrieval, knowledge representation and reasoning, learning, and answering the open domain questions. Open domain questions means the questions which the machine is not already trained for. The questions which as a human being we may also not be aware of. That is the capability which the Watson has. This is the architectural diagram of Watson. So there is no need to go into the detail of its diagram, but this is how the Watson is capable of, how much RAM it has, 16 terabytes of RAM. So this is the capability of the RAM which the Watson has, and all of you are aware of the purpose of RAM. Why RAM is important in a machine. Similarly, the processing capability. It can process 500 gigabytes in 1 second. So you can think of the processing capability of Watson. That is 1 million books in 1 second. It can process that much information. And its cost around 3 million US dollars. So my suggestion is you must explore the capabilities of Watson and think of what are the various domains in which Watson can solve problems. So after talking about various applications of artificial intelligence, the real life examples, some more terms in context of artificial intelligence. These terms may be new to all of you, but each term is an area where all of you can think of as a computer science student. We must look into these areas. Of course, we have been using, knowingly or unknowingly, the applications around these areas, but we may not be knowing what AI technique and technology is working behind it. So, machine learning, a very interesting and booming area nowadays. Deep learning, predictive analytics. These are the hot terms in the area of artificial intelligence. Text to speech and speech to text. We all have been using these features. In our smartphones also, we have been using these features. Now, how it is being possible? What algorithms? What technology? How my speech is converted into text? So as a computer science student, how it is happening? We must put some thought into that direction. Image recognition, machine vision, how your machines are able to recognize images. So if you have observed the riots last year in Delhi, the machines, the cameras have been used to find out and to recognize the images. Similarly, during the Kisan protest on 26th January, these technologies have been used by police agencies. Similarly, the natural language processing, classification, translation, and data extraction. How it is being done? Expert system. In 1980s, 1990s, this was an area where everyone was talking about in those days, and lot of medical expert systems were designed and they were being in use to help the doctors. Similarly, planning and optimization and robotics. Some more examples of artificial intelligence may be the credit card processing, loan applications, spam filtering, virtual assistants, and the e-commerce recommendations, deep learning, facial recognition, automation of different tasks, then cloud computing, quantum computing, chatbots. These all are the application areas which are at boom nowadays. The other similar applications where the AI have been in use, be it smartphones, be it surveillance, be it social media platforms, navigation we have already seen, autonomous vehicles we have already seen, and the smart homes. This is again a very popular area where you as a computer professional can think, because Indian government is planning smart cities, and in smart cities the homes will also be smart. So what do we mean by those smart homes? What type of technology should be incorporated? What type of technology should be developed so that the homes can be smart? How those homes can be made smart? How those homes can be made intelligent? Which devices can be installed? And how those devices can be created? Of course, future, lot of future in healthcare, in automobile, banking and finance, surveillance, social media, entertainment, education, and space exploration. Lot has been done, but lot is yet to come. Best is yet to come, we can say, because people have now started the real implementations, real strength of artificial intelligence. And you must have heard of that robots are helping doctors in surgery. Doctor may not be sitting in the hospital. Doctor may be at remote location, but robot is doing the surgery. Automobile, we have already seen the autonomous vehicles where driverless cars are doing their work. Banking and finance, most of the mundane tasks in banking and finance have been replaced by machines, the artificial intelligent machines. Even in industry, the routine jobs, people are not recruiting for routine jobs. The routine jobs are now obsolete. Only the intelligent people, the persons who can integrate intelligent solutions are now required. Therefore, all of you are suggested to put your thought in the direction of how the computer science can be implemented in order to solve problems in these domains, because lots and lots will be coming in the upcoming years. So being from education background, you can think of what can be the solutions which can be created for educational institutions. And this domain, because all of us, all of you are being part of this domain. So you know very well what are the challenges which the educational institutions, which the educators, which the students are facing in their day-to-day life, day-to-day activities, and how technology can be developed to solve those problems. So this is all from my side regarding this introductory lecture on artificial intelligence, and I hope you will start your thought process in this direction and will create some solutions which you as a student, as an academician, will feel proud of. Yes, you have solved some problem of the society and it is being used by the society. Thank you. In case any one of you have questions, then you can ask. So these are some of the references which you can explore. These are the various AI competitions. If any one of you want to explore further, then you can look into various competitions, the different resources which I have used to gather this information. So here I stop my sharing and now I am open for any questions if you have.
Any question बेटा? किसी के माइंड में अगर कोई क्वेश्चन है तो प्लीज रेज योर हैंड. No question, sir.
So thank you, Dr. Sachin.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Really, it was a very nice presentation, sir. Thank you very much, sir, for your excellent presentation. Sir, I have never heard this topic so clearly as defined by you. Again, we are very grateful to you for providing such a knowledgeable lecture to our students. It would be our privilege if you could return to address us again in the future. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
I am extremely sorry for the inconvenience caused by audio. But Sachinji, thank you for listening. Thank you, all the students. It's an emerging area, and there is lot of scope. And it is not the you are working in any area, but you will find AI there.
Right, sir. Okay. Thank you. Thank you, sir.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much, sir. Thank you.